that or by paying a lot of money to the politician, media, academia. They even intervene in the international organization like World Health Organization. They made this organization ally of the IAEA in 1959. They expressed their opinion, position historically. And so this is obviously the man-made disaster, and as I will explain that their policy after the March 11 even make the situation worse. So next, I'm gonna summarize what they have done after March 11 about the nuclear issue. So I have only 20 minutes now, so I have to. Right. Number one, they underestimated the accident. It took 1 month for them to admit that this is the level 7, the worst disaster. It took 2 months for them to admit there is a meltdown going on. So we, the Japanese people, didn't have a good amount of information from the government for nearly 2 months. Also, they hidden the fact that the nuclear facility was damaged by the earthquake before the tsunami. They hidden the fact. I know there are a lot of workers who witnessed the radiation leak phenomenon right after the earthquake, but they addressed that. Also, as early as September of the last year, they started using the word of cold shutdown, which simply means the temperature of the vessel went down below the 100 Celsius or 212 Fahrenheit degree. But we know that the Fukushima Daiichi plant has not yet contained molten fuel. You know, the molten fuel went somewhere on the outside the vessel, so it's not nonsense to tell that this is a shutdown. Toshiba, one of the maker of the nuclear facility, admitted that it will take nearly 5 years to contain the molten fuel, and another 5 years to eventually finish the decommission of their facility. So it will take 10 years, and yes, the radiation will continue to release. Number two, they covered up information about radiation contamination. Japanese government has a very good high precision focus system of the radiation disperse, which we call SPEEDY or WSPD. But the government provided that focus information of SPEEDY to U.S. Army, U.S. military, not Japanese people, right after the accident. So people did not have information. The SPEEDY was created by taxpayers' money of Japan, but the government only gave the information to the military, the U.S. military. So that resulted in the unnecessary exposure of many people in Japan. Also, Ministry of Education started wide area measurement of the cesium-137 on the iodine of 131 very slowly, and it was October that we know that contamination level of the metropolitan Tokyo. So they are very slow to do this kind of wide area measurement, and they are very reluctant to the measure of the more poisonous nuclei like strontium, plutonium, you know. And it was Greenpeace, not Japanese government, that first disclosed the information about ocean contamination in the fish. The government even tried to block the Greenpeace to measure the fish contamination, and also the government fishery agency published a fake research to spread the idea that there is no biological concentration of the radiation, which is a scientific common knowledge among the scientists, but they use the they established a fake research to show, make the people believe that there is no danger by eating fish. And whenever they disclose the information about contamination, they always say that it is very small amount of radiation, so you don't need to worry about that. It's not a big deal. Well, it is a big deal. If you can look at the area or measurement data of the cesium-137, you can see that Chernobyl's evacuation zone, permanent evacuation zone level, the minimum level of the contamination was 15 curie per square kilometer, and the optional compensated evacuation zone is over the 5 curie, and other contaminated zone is over 1 curie. And you can see that the number of the Namie town, which is 15 miles away from France, that is unbelievably high level, the 685 curie. And even in the Fukushima City, which is 37 miles away from the plant, it's 8 to 16 curie. So part of the Fukushima City, which is the largest city in the Fukushima prefecture, a lot of people are still living. A part of the area is already categorized, if that is in the Chernobyl, it's a permanent evacuation zone. Many people are living still in this kind of deadly contaminated area, so it is a big deal. So, and even in the Gunma prefecture, or some part in Chiba and Tokyo, which is more than 100 miles away, 125 miles away from the plant, there are highly contaminated area. Number 3, they deserted people in Fukushima by limiting the evacuation zone to the 20 kilometer, which is the 12 mile. So 100,000 people are officially evacuated by the government order, but a lot more people are living outside the official evacuation zone found that it is very difficult to move out because the government is obviously reluctant to compensate for any cost of their so-called voluntary evacuee. So if you are not living in the evacuation zone, you have to worry about how much you have to pay to evacuate, and the government, the government is unwilling to pay for that. So it is the issue of their, the compensation. Also, they define that evacuation zone as temporary evacuation, as if they can come back very soon. But we know that half-life of cesium-137 is 30 years, and plutonium, they have the half-life is like 24,000 years. So we cannot expect the removal of the radiation. They will not disappear unless we spend a lot of money to decontaminate everywhere. So it is long. They should tell the people that it is a permanent evacuation, but they will not.